Hello guys, my name is Bill. I'm 10 years old. I'm living in Tashan Village, Dolong District, Niam Province. Now, I will talk about the Flight 235 transasia Airways. I'm sure you don't know, like me, but through the history inversion in the world, there have been about 100,000 aircraft accidents from 9 9,802 to 2022. Auto plane crashes are often it is thought the probability is happening is quite low, but the reality is that this is because of really low guys in the last 2022. The number of accidents has only come to the tip of the toe and the next accident. I will tell you today who among those 100,000 cases you have heard about the accident or not. Just listen of the call of the ultimate to see these moments that start. Everyone, the story began on morning near noon on February 4th, 2015 at Songshan Airport located in Taipei, the capital of Taiwan. It was quite cloudy that day, but there was no sign of rain on the airline's flight 235. transasia Airways has just been scheduled with the road from Taipei across the sea to the land at Jimin Airport, also located in Taiwan. In about an hour, the plane serves for this flight is uh, 10 months old, aged 7,600 and was manufactured in France using a Canadian engine. The crew of this plane included two pilots, 42 years old Captain Kenton this year, a total of 4,914 hours flight time. Sitting right next to him is the 30, 33-year-old car pilot, who is quite strong but has more experience than the captain with a total of 6,922 hours of flight. Sitting in the cockpit, jumper Mr. Hong Bin Chung is 63 years old this year and veteran, flying with 6,102 hours in flight. There are also two flight and attendants and with the crew. The group is all Taiwanese. The passenger on the flight will have a total 53 people, including 49 adults and 4 children, including 22 Taiwanese and 31 Chinese tourists come home from Taiwan last 6 days. In total on the flight, we will have 58 people, 10 hours 45 minutes. The plane moved to runway 10 and started preparing for departure. After being notified of permission to take off to the control tower, took off the airport at 5 minutes. When the plane took off, the autopilot system of the aircraft was set to 1,500 meters 1 minute. After takeoff, the plane fire warning system was active, sounded at the same time. The plane's to end the engine was also shut down. The captain, noticing the situation, informed the first car pilot. Unfortunately, all three of the crew did not know the turn of the wrong engine. Damaged engine that should have been turned off is the to end the engine. When the engine was turned off, Captain ordered the co-pilot to switch the engine one to auto filter mode. For anyone who doesn't know like me, then autopilot is a mode of feature only on the propeller engines, so that when the engine power is too large, manufacturing is it will help reduce the drag of the propellers. The propellers will slow down, causing the aircraft to slow down, able to glide on the air. Returning to the flight, it took a while for the co-pilot to realize that the plane had lost speed. Immediately, the captain gave order to restart the first engine. Plane to learn to have one, and the first engine restarted took a long time. That made the plane flying at 500 altitude was slowly descending. The captain immediately contact with the control tower and said, G235, Mayday. Here is understood as the aircraft there is signal sent to the control tower and requires emergency assistance. The co-pilot is still trying to restart the first engines. It takes a while for the first engine to work, but soon the warning bell rang again. The plane was now descending very quickly until to 90 degrees, then crashed into the edge of the Guangdong Viaduct and plunged into the dry river. The plane continued to roll upside down in the river and broke into the two main parts. Suddenly, the plane crashed into the water. The Taipei Police Department as well fire department reversed dozens of cars of witness and sent teams of military firefighters and volunteer rescuers to the scenes of the plane crash and reached wreckage of the plane just 35 minutes after the plane crash. They started to police survivors and the tail of the plane when it was half floating brought of them ashore by inflatable boat divers were also sent down to search for others who had died. So the divers had to cut their seat belts, and most of the dead were in the front of the plane. The rescue took a long time after visibility in the water was extremely poor until 8 p.m. after the rescue work was completed. The crane was used to lift the most the village ashore. During the salvage of the plane's cockpit, they found the bodies of the captain and co-pilot in the cockpit, with broken legs on the part, while his hand still holding the control lever. The two black boxes of the plane were also found and successfully recovered at 4 p.m. on the same day, summarizing the crash that killed 43 people, leaving only 15 survivors in the accident. There was a flight attendant there. In addition, the plane hit the edge of the viaduct. It also oncoming the taxi, causing two injuries. Learning about the accident, a series of investigations of many agencies, organizations at home and abroad Taiwan conduct, including the Taiwan Aviation Safety Echelon, the French Bureau, and Airways Canada's Traffic Safety Desk, and a number of other parties. The investigators said the captain Suoshong at least moment to try to fly the plane slipped past apartment, complicit and camera building before plunging into the river. He was also rewarded the Major of Taipei and held as a hero for his actions. That action during the investigation of Transasia's airline revealed some confidential information draft report for the airline to annex a weekly Chinese magazine, after which magazine published on May 11, 2016. This one enduring caused harm to airline when it fined $93 922. Besides the investigation, civil aviation administration, the airline's pilots, the people audition progress test. This caused over 100 flights to be cancelled after the test, and 10 pilots failed the test. 19 under did not attend. Not only that, the investigation process of the organization has also found that when whether the captain applied for a job in TransAsia Airways, he failed a competency test on handling engine accidents while taking off. Took a month to complete again. Also, he applied for a job in another Taiwanese airline, but because he failed the exam, he was eliminated after the accident. Chance Airway changed the color. The website and social media are gray. After the mourn the passengers who lost their lives until February 11, 2016. Chance has offered to each family until 49 million in compensation, respectively equivalent to 475,000 USD, and also environment Vietnam Dome today. The total to spend this company to spend the compensate is nearly 500 billion Vietnam Dome.